Going on? Got the DIY garage going. So in here I got my 1/8 and 3/8 rivet gun. So you have different, you have an adapter. Rivets came with it. It's a cheap one on Amazon. I forget, like 20 bucks or something. And then all the brake stuff. And then I even got these, the JDM, just in case, but I don't think I'll be needing them, but I have them. All the tools. For you guys that have a 06, 07 WRX or STI, you know how much of a pain these are to take out, and you have to take out these in order to get to the clips. I cracked it again. I'm probably just going to leave the damn thing out. I don't know. Alright. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. You have to get behind the grill to get to this, and then to get to the other one. I mean, I could just leave it unfastened when I put it back on, because I'm thinking about putting some turn lock stuff on here, the quick fasteners. Anyways, the idea, if you guys didn't already know, is basically to mount this bracket somewhere behind here, and then you put this, you rivet the spring across, and then on the other side you drill a hole and you put the piece that comes through this hole and locks into that spring. We need to find a place that's gonna fit, I think. Because the problem with this is that, see how there's cutouts, so obviously I can't, well, maybe I could rivet it there, but basically, you just, in my opinion, you just want to make sure that it'll fit, you know, not only this, but it'll fit, like, you know, this, like in the corner. You don't want it too far, so it has to actually fit underneath. That's why I needed to take these off, so I could see how it would fit, because if it clears with this, in theory, it should clear with the actual car too. But I'll probably end up putting it like right here, and I can measure how far in or out based on the bumper. Cause see, you have spaces where you can rivet. And this was kind of a pain to get off. I mean, first, you know, obviously you take off all the little clips and stuff. A lot of mine weren't even fastened. Some of them are still stuck. They broke off. They broke for being so dried out and old. And then, wow. And once you get the bumper off, then you're basically, you know, you're found with this, right? And in order to take this off, there's 2 screws. So there was one right here, and one, I believe, right here. And once you take that off, on the top part right here, there's one of those little plastic flare clips. Pop it out, and once you do, here's the part that, like, you know, I had to really look at it for a second to figure it out. You go kind of, let's see, I can show you. Okay, this is the wrong piece, but basically it's going to be up on here, and then in order to get to the first area, you want to look through here. Get some needle nose pliers, and you'll be able to see it, and basically you just squeeze it together. This is the piece that you'll be looking at, but on this side. You just squeeze it together and then pull. And then once you get it started, if you look on the inside of the piece, so you can see like little notches. Just put pressure on the front part, and as you pull it, use like a flat screwdriver or something and push down on the top part and push up on the bottom part, and just keep pulling with constant pressure, not tugging, but just constant pressure until it comes out, and then do it to the next one. And then on the last piece, you have to get up underneath behind, which shouldn't be a problem. And this one you actually squeeze in a vertical motion together, so not sideways. So it's held on pretty good. So once you get that off, then you can actually start putting it up. And as you can see, the other one broke too. But it's good because it has like a placeholder on how to, like where to put it. Oh man, that part broke. Let's see. See? It holds in. And then these kind of match up. like I said, you just basically need it so that you can find out where you're gonna, like how you're gonna put the bracket, and then you can mark it on here and rivet, and then once it's on, I mean, you can work from there. Yeah, this one's falling down too. I'm probably gonna like tape it up there just to have. Okay, well, it actually clipped in. Is there a clip or something? I'll have to play with it, but yeah, you guys get the picture. This is basically what's going on right now, and I'll keep pushing forward. Alright, made some progress. Here it is, just on one side. So, I put the washer where I could. This one, luckily, it fit barely. This one wasn't enough clearance. I don't know why at least the 07 STI in my car, why it has all this cut out piece, because I would have preferred to have this bracket closer to the edge, but this is basically the best spot I could mount it on. And 1/8 rivet, and then the washer is actually a little wider than the 1/8, but it, you know, obviously it fits fine, and the thing is really snug, so it'll be nice. It'll be very nice, very nice, like Borat. And then you know, on the other side it'll, yeah. But what I did, because you know, if you guys know, this piece, the bumper part broke off, so now I can use this as like a guide to fit it back in. So okay, so that, sorry about the bad lighting. Okay, so this is basically how the bumper sits, and then so you put the piece in, and you know how it's going to be when it's on the car. And then what I did for fitment was, you know, obviously you had to know where the holes were, so I marked underneath. It's kind of, it's where the plate is already, but I marked a little notch to show kind of where to line up the holes, and then basically I just pushed the plate as far to the bumper as I could, so it'll be as close as possible. Because I tested this already. I riveted a spring onto one of these. It's actually in my bedroom, and then I actually put this up flush, and it wouldn't even turn. So I think I have to hammer down the springs a little bit. But the point is, if this is flush up against this and it still won't reach, then how the heck is it going to reach all the way through, you know, however thick the bumper is. So yep, so that, and then I stupidly just realized this is black, so got my silver Sharpie, because I'm gonna, you know, once I get this one done, I'm gonna mark the holes and drill through. So that's where I will see you guys. Alright, I wanted to show you guys how a rivet works really quick. So let me get situated. Alright, so I've done one already. So basically you have the actual rivet. I don't want to take it out, but you have the rivet, you have the long end, the part's going to be on the outside, and then you have like the long piece on the inside. And what happens is the rivet gun actually squeezes in on that long piece and pulls it from the inside, and it gets larger as it comes down, and it flares out, and then it snaps off, and then you hear that snap. So I'm going to try to show you. So hard with one hand, sorry. 1/8 rivet. So you basically, you put it in, okay, and then usually it takes 2 or 3 squeezes, but the main thing is to keep pressure down so that it stays. But okay, so okay, that's one squeeze, and then I need to get situated again. Kind of like half of a squeeze, like 1 1/2. Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, it should break off on this one. See how I'm all the way down? Right? Yeah, okay. And then, there you go, it broke off. And then the piece will just come out. And you're left with that and a kind of squeezed out piece. And as you can see, very strong. So what do you guys think? How did it turn out? This this is probably the best way to take a look at them, is line them up back to back or side to side. So fairly similar, right? You know, you don't want it all cockeyed and stuff. You want it good. So far I have that. Now I need to mark the holes and actually tape off the bumper and drill through. So I will see you guys there. Alright guys, I'm ready to drill. Taped it all on, have it's pretty flush. I just gotta dot it and then drill through. So that's the next step. And in case you're wondering, I am not working in pure silence. I actually have music going. So yeah, I just, I've been turning it off so you can hear me. So yeah, alright. There was a hole. Alright, so what I did was, first I drilled just with the 1/8 bit, the one I had. I tried to drill right in the center as I could, dead on, because I had these little uni bits, but basically, they flare out. And what I did was, I knew this wouldn't be wide enough, but since it was the longest one and thinnest in a way, what I did was I lined it up dead center, and I put it all the way through as far as I could. I know you're supposed to go from the outside in, so it's clean. That's why I didn't want to completely, finish it off. So I just basically drilled through as much as I could. Now I have my center line, and now I attach the thicker one, and I think the second notch is actually where I'm going to end up. And this time I'm going to drill from the outside going in, so it'll be clean and it'll match up. And then hopefully this rivet will, or this deal will fit. Yeah, see, it's close. Maybe like another line or something. So this is like the one where you have to be careful. Like the part where you have to be careful. Alrighty. A little update for right now. Alright, let's see, here we are. There it is. Basically the drill bit from the outside going in actually bottomed out, which was great, and then now it's pretty dang near flush. It's just, you have all this tape and crap. I'm hoping it turned out okay. I mean, I won't know until I actually take the tape off and fit this thing on, but I mean, there's some, edge, so I'm hoping that covers any imperfections, and all you see is this cool little metal dealie. That's pretty much what it's going to look like. I need to figure out like how I'm going to mount it. I mean, I can like do an angle along with the bumper or straight across. But, I only have one shot because I got to drill holes to rivet it. But, yeah, it's basically, it fits like that, and the spring goes across, and then it comes on through. So now that I actually might, well, the spring pops up too, so yeah, we'll see. That's it. Alright. One of them is in. Yeah, what I did, first of all, was I matched up the actual fastener with the hole, and then I tried to pick how I wanted it to be. You could have done it diagonally, straight up. I decided just to do it along left and right, and there's kind of lines already, and I really didn't want this to be so close or even on the line. It's just that's where the bracket happened to be, and honestly don't really know how to modify it, so I'm just using basically the template that's already there. As long as it fits under the bumper, it'll fit on the car. So yeah, I try to do left and right. Hope to God it turns out okay. So next step is to take the tape off, clean it up, pop it on, and that'll be that for that side, and then I gotta do the other side. Oh God. Alright, I'll see you there. Looks so pretty. Check it out. Check it out. That'd be it. So fitment's good, as far as I can tell. It's in the hole. And there's, you know, you have wiggle room to twist it to get it to line up. It should be okay. If you notice, there's no freaking washers there because I guess they're too big. So there goes my idea on the washers. But the bumper's so dang thick, it doesn't matter anyways. So, I mean, get washers, try to use them if you want, but if not, who gives a darn? I think it looks good. Very nice, very nice. So I gotta do the other side now. Alright, man, I had a hell of a freaking time. See, there's some gap. I guess I can try to hammer out the spring a little bit, but basically, I put the spring on normal like you were supposed to, and it was too long. Like, it would not connect. And there's also rivet on the other side where I riveted the spring on, so it's pushing away from the bumper. But it wouldn't work, you know, doing it the normal way. So I tried hammering it down, still wasn't enough. I mean, I hammered it down like practically to nothing, pretty much. So what I did is I kind of ghetto rigged it. Let me So actually, I put it on backwards so it's as flush as possible. And this side was fine. This side could not freaking get to connect, so I actually just put that there. One is strong enough. This stuff's pretty strong, so. And I'm gonna have it connected most of the time. And when it's connected, I mean, as long as it's hooked onto something, you know, they'll pull from each other and it'll be good. So I might actually need to hammer the center out a little bit, a tiny bit. A tiny bit. So yeah, we'll see on that. Alright, so a bunch of drilling out rivets, and a bunch of trial and error, and a bunch of mess made, and they're finally mounted. I did to the other side what I did to this side, where I hammered down the spring as far as possible. I put it on backwards. I was able to get one rivet through fine, and it's going to hold. One is really strong, and then I put the other one on the side to hold it. It's hard to tell how good it's going to fit because it's wiggling around. I mean, you won't know until it's on the car. And a little bit of gap. I don't know if I'm sure it's fixable, but I need to actually get it on the car and see how it's going to work. This isn't what all I'm going to count on to hold it on anyways. It's just to keep it more secured to the corner, so it should do its job. And once I latch it, I mean, I plan on keeping it there. I don't plan on taking it off. So, yeah. Alright, well, hopefully next time it'll be on the car. Alright guys, this is basically the finished product. This is what I was talking about, see, this is the original reason why I wanted to get some type of fastener in the first place, because the bumper broke off. See, it's like a flared out piece. Anyways, you got a screw here, and then once you unscrew that, let's see, where are they? Okay, like this one right here. So you would, very hard to see, but inside there's like two notches. You pull the piece as you push the tab up or push the tab down to try to get it to move. But first you want to do the one in front. See, it's like a flared out piece. So you would take pliers, you know, those pliers, long ones, squeeze it, and you would pull, and then once the front is exposed, then you would pry, like I'm saying. You would push this in and pry it, you would push it in and pry it, and then the last one is actually behind, which you actually have access to, and it's up and down, so you squeeze it together and the whole thing comes off. And that's how you get these off of the 07 STI. Not sure what other models they go to, but that's what I've noticed for mine, because I had no clue when I first did it. And on the rear ones, the washers stayed. On the fronts, they didn't. And I had a hell of a time getting the springs fit. I had to put them on backwards. If you notice, I have two here. It's to keep the spring from moving because this one's actually free, hanging free. It's basically pushed up against the rivets. I think the alignment is good. I know it's not dead center, but I guess when I measured this up against the bumper, it wasn't the same as when it's on this. So, like, I guess you could say barely fits together. But like I was saying, I only want it to keep it on. I'm not going to be, you know, attaching it and detaching it all the time. We might detach it and reattach it one more time for the intercooler piping. And that's about it. But I mean, once you get it to line up, it locks in, and I'll show you how that looks in the end. Let me get this thing back together. Alright, final product. I don't have the bumper completely on, I just have it pushed on and then have these locked. But that was the main point, you know. So I mean, unfortunately there's still a gap. It's hard to really get it flush. But I mean, if you saw my I think I made a video on it. This entire part, like from here all the way to here, like had popped out. That won't ever happen again. So at most it'll go like maybe that far, which is normal for a Subaru, unfortunately. I could always put those JDM ones right here and rubber band it. We'll see. Yeah. Alright, well, that pretty much does it. Alright, this is it. I just left my grills out for now. It already broke here and here, and then now it broke there. So that's not good. So I'm gonna have to see about gluing it or whatever. I might just keep it out. I don't know. We'll see. But and then I think one of the pieces broke off. I think it's this one. Yeah, right here. That piece broke off. So that's not cool. Not cool, man. So those are staying off for now. That's basically the car as it sits. I just need to take it for a test drive. So this is basically the finished product. Still not 100% perfect, but the main thing is it won't come off. Alright, well, guess this is where I will leave you guys, because the last thing to do is to drive the car and test it out. So I will check with you guys later. As always, if you have any questions, comments, whatever, just hit me up. Peace.